What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on June 17th, 2022. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on figures that are available right now. This does include the Hunter x Hunter Hot Topic exclusive that you see pictured here. And of course, there is a glow-in-the-dark chase variant of that particular character. And last time I checked, this was still available on the website, but of course, you can check for it in store as well. With Walmart, they do have the Guardians ship Star-Lord figure that you see pictured here. It is starting to show up in stores and it's probably listed on their website as well. As a matter of fact, they have a lot of their exclusives listed on the website, so you might want to check that out. And then also with Walmart, of course, they do have the Mech Strike Monster Hunters Spider-Man, which does have a glow-in-the-dark chase. I actually pre-ordered one and my figure did come in. I will share that in an unboxing video in the near future. The Infinity Saga minis that you see here, which are with Five Below, I did mention these previously. I wanted to point them out again though because they have been available on Five Below's website. I will say the ones that are glow in the dark, those are the ones that are most highly sought after, so you may not see them listed if you go check the site right now, but I would say keep checking back because they have been doing restocks, and I actually was able to catch all of the minis that I wanted to add to my collection. I will also be sharing those in an upcoming unboxing video. And then, of course, the Thor, Love, and Thunder pop figures are starting to show up in stores as well. I want to put some focus on Funko.com here for a moment. So the 10-inch Blacklight Oogie Boogie was listed and it did sell out. It didn't sell out immediately. It took it a little bit, but it did end up selling out. So if you want that one now, you would have to go second market for it. It is a pretty cool looking figure, so I'm not completely surprised that it did sell out. The Birthday Freddy Funko that you see pictured here is not available just yet, but you can sign up for a notification if you're interested in that figure. The Mech Strike Monster Hunters Wolverine and also the Master Chief figure that you see here, both of these became available on Funko.com and they are still available right now. So you can go grab either one of those if you're interested in them. Also, Funko has put a lot of store exclusives on Funko.com. So if you've been having trouble tracking down certain figures, you might want to check Funko.com to see if they are available there. And I'm not trying to stress anybody or, basically promote FOMO, but I will say that some of these figures have been selling out. So again, check the website to see if there's anything there that you are interested in. And also, I do want to point out here, you see the social media Freddy Funko in the upper right there. This is going to be with giveaways on Funko's social media accounts. I don't think you'll be able to purchase this figure directly. I think it's going to be like the other social media Freddy Funko Pops that they've had, where they will use these for giveaways on their Twitter, Instagram, other accounts as well. So just keep your eyes open for those giveaway opportunities with Funko. Next up here, you see this Walmart exclusive Dread Bear plush, which is available. It's I believe starting to show up in stores, but it is for sure on the website. So if you're interested in that one, you can check the website. And I gotta stress it again that Walmart has a lot of their exclusives listed, so definitely make sure you check that out to see what they have available. Funko is going to have a Fright Night event. It's going to be in New York City on October 7th. That's all that I know right now. As I learn more about that particular event, of course, I will give you all updates. You see here in the bottom left, the Disney Villains line, of course, is also going to include this Scar figure with the hyenas. I think it looks spectacular. It's really amazing what they're doing right now with that Disney Villains line. And we've only seen two thus far, but both of them have been pretty awesome, and I think the rest are going to look pretty good as well. So yeah, that is a Hot Topic exclusive line. So if you're interested in collecting that line, then check out Hot Topic's website, or you can be patient and check for these to show up in stores. Now you see here this upcoming game, Midnight Suns. I've seen the previews for it. I feel like some of the trailers have been a little, disingenuous. They're not really showing much gameplay, and when it comes to the gameplay, it's really not my thing. I guess it's like a turn-based strategy type game. It's really not for me necessarily, but if you decide to pre-order the Legendary Edition of Midnight Suns in GameStop, then you can get this Iron Man pop that you see pictured here. It is a really awesome looking pop figure. I don't see myself getting that game just for the sake of that pop, though. I really don't think it's worth it. I will keep my eyes, though, as things develop with this game, and if it gets some good reviews, then maybe I will be interested in giving it a try. But like I said, for me personally, it's not worth it for the game just to get the pop figure. You also see here this comic book or this just comic cover door that is on the way as a Walmart exclusive. It is available for pre-order online, and that is going to have a September release. Now, my Walmarts have actually been doing pretty good when it comes to stocking exclusives, so I'm going to wait and get a close-up look at that particular figure before I decide whether I want to pick it up or not. I will go ahead and give Funko props though for making it so accurate to the actual comic book cover. I think that is a pretty good job there. From time to time, I see people in the comments asking what happened with Lord of the Rings Pops, and people may ask about some other properties as well. I feel like you really got to pay attention to what Funko is doing altogether, not just focusing on Pops, but with other products as well. And you'll see that they have not given up on certain lines, or they're not done with certain lines. It's just that they may have shifted their focus for a little bit. But yeah, there are more Lord of the Rings Pops on the way. It does appear that they're going to be deluxe figures. And like I already said, a moment ago, I think Funko is doing a great job with the designs for these deluxe figures. So yeah, as I learn more about this upcoming series of figures, looks like it's going to be at least 9, but there may be more beyond the silhouettes that we're seeing here. But yeah, as I learn more information, of course, I'm going to keep you all updated about Lord of the Rings figures. You see here a new Whitney Houston pop, which is based on her debut album cover. This is a common pop that is pretty easy to track down if you want to go ahead and do a pre-order, or you can wait for it to actually show up on store shelves. And then you see here some My Little Pony NFTs are going to release on June 28th, and you get a look here at the physical pops that you could possibly get. To me, personally, the Freddy Funko Spike figure is very awkward looking. It definitely reminds me a lot more of Barney the dinosaur than anything, but I'm not super familiar with the My Little Pony characters there, so who knows, maybe that does appeal to some of you out there. But again, the date for that drop is June 28th. Now, I shared this rumor previously that with Black Panther, there were going to be some art series figures, and we do get a look here at Nakia. And if you really look closely at the design, you actually see like multiple poses of Black Panther across her, which I think is kind of a cool detail there. I'm still not completely sold on art series pops. They're not really suited to my taste so much. I think I have just a couple of Batman ones, and that's it. But yeah, we'll see what else they do here with the Black Panther art series figures. Those are coming soon, of course. You also see here this deluxe Remy from Ratatouille, which I love the details of it. I think that is really awesome looking there. And of course, that's actually Ratatouille there on the plate, that actual dish. So yeah, that's a very cool looking figure there. Can't remember if I saw which retailer this is going to be with. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Box Lunch. But of course, as I learn more about this exclusive release, I will share that information with you. You also see here the VHS cover Hercules, which is an Amazon exclusive. Really like the look of that. I think the smile looks great there for that particular figure. So yeah, that'd be pretty easy to get a pre-order in with Amazon if you're interested in that. And then with Walgreens, they do have a couple of previously released exclusives available on their website, and they have marked them down, some as low as $5. So you might want to check that out if you're interested in any of those figures. For example, I got to say the Spirit Spider-Man is really a good standout figure there. So if you don't have that in your collection, you like the look of it, you might want to go for that right now. And I know there are some Walgreens exclusives that we've seen and we've seen images of, but they have not actually released yet. It does seem like some of those are actually showing up on Funko.com, and then Funko's retail stores as well, like Funko Hollywood, Funko HQ. Some of them are showing up there, so not really sure what's going on with that. It could be because Walgreens has had some cutbacks. I know my local Walgreens actually closed up a while ago, so maybe they are shifting things. I don't know what exactly is going on there, but yeah, just kind of look around. Don't just look with Walgreens basically for Walgreens exclusives. You may actually find them other places. So WWE fans have some things to check out here, and if you follow WWE news, there's some interesting things going on right now, but I won't even get into that within this video. But you see here some figures that are coming up soon, including the Amazon exclusive Finn Balor. That's a pretty awesome design there. You see the GameStop exclusive Rob Van Dam. I like the look of that one as well. And you also see here, of course, we have Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. They are separate figures. I would not be surprised though if Funko decides to do an RK Bro 2-pack. It might be the same figures just put together, or maybe they'll change up their design. Who knows? We'll see what they end up doing there. And then they also have a legend here, Dusty Rhodes, which is pretty cool to see. So yeah, these WWE figures, pretty easy to get the pre-orders in if you are interested in them, or of course, you can wait to the actual releases. Next up here, focusing on Star Wars, there are some really awesome figures to look forward to, and I think one of the standouts is this Sabine Wren figure that you see here. This is part of that Power of the Galaxy series, which is with Amazon, and yes, she has had a pop before, but yeah, this new one here, I really love the paint job on it. I love the fact that she has a weapon in both hands, and the blast off effect, which Funko has gotten even better with. Yeah, that's just a really awesome looking figure. In my opinion, one of the better looking figures so far this year, and that one's pretty easy to get a pre-order in. As a matter of fact, you can pre-order all of these figures here if you are interested in them. We also have a pop based on the character Tala from Obi-Wan. I really did like that character. I like the actress. I think she did a great job with the character. She did have that one little silly moment where she slapped a stormtrooper across the head, and somehow that affected him even though he had a helmet on. I mean, the Obi-Wan series in general has had some highs and lows. There's been some weird moments like that, but again, I do like the character, so it's awesome to see her get a pop figure. Also, you see the character here played by O'Shea Jackson Jr. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the actual name of the character, but again, I think it's cool that he's getting a pop there as well. And of course, there's a new Darth Vader, which is a GameStop exclusive, which you can pre-order. And also with GameStop, and this is up for pre-order right now, you see here as part of that Red Saber series, they have Savage Opress, I think is how you say the name. And of course, all of those figures with that Red Saber series have glow-in-the-dark elements and the really nice bases to them, so those should look pretty cool all together. Now, before I move on here, there are some more Walmart exclusives ornaments on the way, including one of Boba Fett. And yes, I know he's not Star Wars related, but you see there's going to be one for Indiana Jones as well. So I would not be surprised as we get closer to the holidays that we see even more of these ornaments revealed, and of course also see them back in stores like they were last year. Now, another series that I've been checking out and really enjoying, and I gotta say this real quick, I really wish that Disney Plus did not have Obi-Wan and Ms. Marvel going live at the same time, but I think that's only going to happen for one more week, I believe. But yeah, I've been enjoying Ms. Marvel, even though it's just 2 episodes deep. I think that what they've had so far has been pretty strong. The first episode, it started off a bit slow, but that's kind of to be expected, but then it definitely ramped up some towards the end. And the second episode, I think especially the first half, is some of the best television I've seen all year. I mean, the way that they handle the family dynamics, showing her culture, kind of building up that intrigue with the villain, like they're doing some great things with this series. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I've already been a fan of the character anyway, so I can see myself getting most of these figures of her. As a matter of fact, the one of her, the Diamond exclusive, which is with Hot Topic, I actually already got a pre-order in for that particular one. Since I'm getting the Diamond variant, I'm not sure if I'll get the common variant there. And of course, they do have a pocket pop of her in that outfit as well. The one of her and her like homemade Captain Marvel outfit, to me, as a pop figure, it actually makes the costume look better. It's meant to look a little bit rough in the series, but like I said, when you see it as a pop, I actually think it makes it look better. So I'll definitely be picking that one up. And yeah, there is another character here, but everybody should know by now we don't talk about him, so I'm going to move on. All right, next up here we have some Ozark Pops. They had been rumored, and now we do get a look at them. Of course, we have Marty and Wendy Bird, and then of course we have Ruth as well. I feel like at a glance, if you don't know the series well, of course you're not going to recognize these characters without a name attached. But even as a fan of the series, and I'm definitely a fan of the series, I really enjoyed the whole series. Still, these characters are just a little bit nondescript, but when you really think about the characters, I think the choices that Funko made here do make a lot of sense. Not sure if I'm going to pick these figures up though. I've been saying this to collectors for a long time, that I know you want to see figures of certain series, of especially television series, but you got to think about it, when it's a regular person in regular clothing, the pops don't always turn out to be very interesting. But yeah, so these pops, if you are a fan of Ozark, I really do want to hear from you. What do you think about these designs? Are you going to pick up any of these pops? And of course, what else would you like to see from the series if Funko decides to do more based on this particular series? But I will say this real quick before I move on. If you like crime dramas, if you've been a fan of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, then yeah, definitely check out Ozark. It is a pretty good series. So as far as mystery minis goes, I feel like Funko doesn't do nearly as much as they used to, but these designs here are absolutely amazing for My Hero Academia. I think these are some of the best minis I've ever seen Funko produce. These are up for an August release, and of course they're common, so they're going to be pretty easy to track down. if I was more of a fan of the series, like if I had stuck with the series, I could see easily picking up a case of these, and I would not be surprised for people that are big fans of the series. You know, they might go for a case of these figures. Yeah, they're pretty awesome in my opinion. And then, of course, Funko did reveal a lot of pops based on My Hero Academia. That does include that mega-sized All Might, which had been rumored for months at this point, but that is a GameStop exclusive. And I will go ahead and say the commons that you see here, of course, you can pre-order them with various retailers. And even with the commons, just some really amazing designs. Like I said, My Hero Academia has some really awesome designs going on here, and most of the exclusives that you see here as well are available for pre-order. Just check with the retailers that you see listed here, and do remember that Hot Topic does have those the class 1B exclusives going on, so make sure that you do check with Hot Topic for those particular figures. And you also see here there's a specialty series figure in the mix. Specialty series figures, you can find those with various retailers as well, normally going to be with some smaller retailers, so just kind of look around and you will be able to track down that figure, maybe not right away, but at least closer to its actual release. All right, y'all, we're going to get into the big news of the week, which of course is finally the SDCC reveals for this year. Now, Funko, of course, is going to have a presence at San Diego Comic-Con, which does run from July 21st through July 24th, and their booth is going to be called Funkoville. So they're setting up Funkoville there in SDCC, and I think, even though I can't be there myself, I think it is pretty cool that we are at a point where we can have these events again. I really am hyped about that. That's pretty awesome. So again, the focus is on Funkoville. That's the name. When you see Funkoville, just remember that this is basically focusing on Funko with SDCC. You do see these Loungefly bags here. I do want to go ahead and point them out. Remember that when Loungefly has their products available for a con, they also have them on their website. Now, some of their bags may be shared other places, but you can also check on their website, and they will have a presence at SDCC also. As a matter of fact, they'll be right there along with Funko. I do want to point out as well that Funko actually did acquire another company called Mondo, and I have looked at some Mondo products. I haven't I don't think I pulled the trigger on any of their products necessarily just yet, but it's very interesting that Funko did acquire them, and they are going to have a presence at SDCC as well along with Funko. Now, getting into some of the details, especially for collectors that are new to cons, basically, I want to make sure I'm clear about how things work here. For one thing, you're going to hear people talking about the box of fun, and what this is some limited figures that mainly focus on Funko's mascot, Freddy Funko. So normally it's different variants of that particular character, especially him as different different characters, popular characters. And as a matter of fact, I would say if you're not familiar with the box of fun, check out some videos on YouTube. Just do some Google searches and you'll see some of the previous figures that came in the box of fun. So yeah, they are going to do this again, where people that actually attend the Fun Days event, of course, if they're there in the room, they're going to get a chance to get a box of fun and some other exclusives. But for those of us which is the majority of us, that cannot attend the event, there is going to be a box of fun that will be available on Funko.com. All of the details are not out just yet. Funko did say there's going to be more details soon, so just be patient, please, and we will get more details about the box of fun. Now, as far as the actual exclusives are concerned, the shared exclusives, those will go live on July 21st, which is a Thursday, and they will, of course, have figures up on Funko.com as well. There is no lottery system, so it's just going to be open up to the public to go for those figures on Funko.com. The figures seem like they will have the shared exclusives. It'll say summer exclusive on those figures, and that, of course, goes for the shared exclusives with retailers as well. But do mark your calendar for that date, July 21st. That's a Thursday. That is when the figures, the shared exclusives, will become available. These Loungefly products as well will become available on that date. And if you are near Funko HQ or Funko Hollywood, then of course you can go there and try your luck for some of the exclusives as well. I do want to point out before I get into talking about the exclusives that some that were rumored have been delayed. So if you've been following Funko News and you've been following the rumor mill, some of those figures that were pointed out, they're not going to be released just yet. They have been delayed. As I learn more about them, then I will share that with you all. Now, for Loungefly fans, I definitely want to hear from you. What do you think about the bags that you are seeing here? I think overall there's some pretty cool designs. The Corpse Bride one is a standout to me personally, but overall there's some pretty cool bags here, and some of them actually do have glow-in-the-dark features as well and light-up features. So yeah, Loungefly does a really good job with those mini backpacks. Okay, let's get into the actual pops that are going to be available for SDCC and Funkoville. So you see the mascot here. This is actually a SDCC mascot of Toucan, and there are two variants of him. They got that pirate one going on and the rock and roll version of him. And I'm tempted to talk about which figures I want personally, but I'm going to hold off and do that in another video for the sake of time right now, so I will keep it moving. You see here Councilman Jam from Parks and Rec, who had been rumored, and we saw early images of him. We got here Stan from South Park in the Tron suit, and that is glow-in-the-dark figure there. We also see here Hugsy from Friends. We got Peacemaker, of course, from the Peacemaker series, and this is mainly TV focused, which we're seeing here. And of course, yeah, Peacemaker's from the Peacemaker series there. That's why I got him here instead of with the DC figures, but I will get to the DC figures. You also see here the red light, green light doll from Squid Game, which is a supersized pop, which of course does make sense there. We got a Ted Lasso figure here, and then we also here, and you saw this just a moment ago, but here it is again, this Demogorgon, excuse me, which is a glow-in-the-dark figure, and it does come along with that lounge slide mini backpack, which I love that design there as well. So yeah, that is the TV focus figures there, and then also the SDCC mascot as well. And here we have some more DC figures. We have Larfleeze, which does have that glow-in-the-dark chase. I'm not really familiar with that character. Obviously, I know he has some relation to Green Lantern and the whole Lantern series there. We also see here Starfire, which had been rumored, and of course, that is a really awesome design going on there. Penguin and the Duck, of course, based on Batman Returns, looks amazing. I think it's very cool that they did that. He even has a little penguin beside him there in that mobile. So yeah, that is a very cool looking figure there. Very cool pop ride or deluxe, whatever they decide to call it there. We have here the Wookiee from Boba Fett. I don't know how to say his name. I do remember that character, of course. I do think it's cool that that is a flocked figure. We also have here Cassian Andor, and we have a Purge Trooper as well. So those are the DC figures here and the Star Wars figures. And then we have here a lot going on with Marvel. There is that jumbo size glow in the dark Miss Minutes. We also have Spider-Man 2099, which is part of not only SDCC but also the Beyond Amazing collection, which makes me kind of wonder if they just decided to double up on stickers as an easy con exclusive. But you know, it is what it is. Regardless, nice design for that figure there. We see He Who Remains from Loki. We also have a Star-Lord soda figure, which does have a chase of him without his helmet on, and of course he does have his Walkman there. We got this very awesome Silk figure. We have America Chavez with the teleporting effect behind her, which is star-shaped, of course. And then we have Scarlet Scarab as well from Moon Knight. So pretty awesome selection there for Marvel. Next up here we have anime going on, and you know, these figures, I think the rumor list actually turned out to be pretty accurate. So of course we have characters here from Boruto, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, and also along with My Hero Academia, you see that there is a skateboard deck. From Demon Slayer, of course, we do have Enmu, who had been rumored for a long time. And then with Pokemon, there's just one figure here, the Charmander figure that you see here, which does have that metallic paint job. I have been seeing on social media that some people were able to get this early but paid way too much for it. So for people that were patient, I think that's going to pay off for you in the long run. I don't think that figure is going to be especially difficult to get once SDCC actually does arrive. Next up here we have some retro toys figures. Here we do have this very awesome looking jumbo size Unicron, of course, from Transformers. And then I had talked about this mashup coming up here of Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you see there that there is Leonardo and also Donatello as well. I didn't know there was going to be two. I knew there would be at least Leonardo, but yeah, there's actually two of them there to start off that series. You see here a new variant of He-Man, which is pretty awesome. We got Serpentor there from G.I. Joe. And then there's also this glow in the dark Supersonic, of course, from Sonic the Hedgehog. There is going to be a Funkoville t-shirt. Also, you see here, as far as sodas are concerned, there is this Otto figure, which is an original Funko character, and he actually has two different chase variants, which is probably going to increase the interest in that particular soda. Huckleberry Hound does have a blacklight chase variant with his soda, and I like the very angular look to his design, you know, trying to represent how he looks in some animation. You also see here Bilbo Baggins, of course, with that very angry looking Chase variant. And then there is a Hatsune Miku soda as well, which actually does have a diamond Chase variant. You don't see that here, but I do believe I have it on the next screen. As far as Disney is concerned, surprisingly, just one figure here, and that is Bambi, but it is a very nicely designed figure. And I will remind you all again, I think Funko actually did want to do more, but some things just ended up being delayed. And I'm going to make sure I leave this up just for a moment here, but of course you can pause as well and take a good look at this, or you can actually go to Funko's blog and get a better look at this, increase the size of it and everything. But these are the United States shared retailers, and I'm not going to run through this full list. Like I said, just take a moment and make sure you kind of familiarize yourself with, where the figures are going to be that you are interested in. Now, I will point out with Funko Web, they actually have a lot that's going to be just on Funko.com, and they may have some of the other figures listed as well, but then of course you can go to those individual retailers. So yeah, like I said, familiarize yourself with this. You might want to go ahead and make a list and just be prepared. I know some people are going to ask, so let me go and say this as well. When the date actually rolls around for SDCC, we don't know exactly when the figures might go live. Funko will say more about that, I believe, closer to the actual event, but for right now I'm not going to say any specific time of day when the figures might go live. And actually it could be different for the different retailers. That's the way it's been in the past. They didn't always go live at the same time, so you do have to kind of stay on your toes that day of these releases. I will try to give updates. I'll try to help you all out some, but you all make sure you do your part as well. Stay on your toes to go after the figures that you are interested in. Now, you all, to wrap things up here, there is a rumor mill. I will try to get through this very quickly. It's not a ton of rumors anyway this time, and do remember, these are just rumors at this point, so it's not like I can give you release dates or anything like that. We'll just have to wait and see what actually does end up being produced. All right, so it does seem like there could be a Leonardo with surfboard on the way. The figure that is shown here does look pretty legit, but it's not 100% sure until Funko announces it. So yeah, if I learn more about Leonardo with surfboard, of course I will try to update you on that. Seems like we could get a composite Superman figure, maybe similar to the design that you see here, or maybe they would go another direction with it. We'll have to wait and see. The movie Bullet Train is coming up, which does star Brad Pitt, so of course there's going to be a pop of his character, which has the code name Ladybug. And then we should see maybe one or two other characters, and there could be a Chase in the mix with that particular line as well. We could see a Titanic movie poster on the way. We could get a variant of Tiger Woods. Remember, there's already a Tiger Woods pop, but we could get a variant of him. As far as Pokemon is concerned, we could see a figure based on Espeon. And then with anime, I'm not going to read all of these names here because some of them are very tough to say. I'm not familiar with the characters, but I will say, of course, that there are a lot of pops rumored for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. These are just a couple more characters that could get figures. I have shared other rumors based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure previously, so you can go back and check out some previous rumor mills. With Dragon Ball Z, we could see an 18-inch Vegeta. Not 100% sure which design they're going to go with, so I'll wait for something more official, basically. And then, of course, we could also see figures based on One Piece and a lot of figures based on Naruto. So, of course, as I learn more about these releases, I will keep you all updated. All right, you all, that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. I hope you all appreciated the work that I put into this. I really wanted to have this video up sooner, but I do live in South Carolina. We're dealing with a lot of really bad thunderstorms right now, and as I'm recording this audio, I'm actually by candlelight. I'm in the dark recording this audio on my phone. So yeah, I kind of had to adjust, and of course that's going to affect when I could get the video up. So yeah, I didn't get the video up as soon as I wanted to, but I hope you all appreciate the hard work. Please make sure you drop a like on the video if you've not done so already. Please share the video if you think it's going to help out other collectors. Consider becoming a patron or a channel member as well to show some support. I do a lot of giveaways here, and that definitely would add to that the prize pools that I have for giveaways, basically. So I really would appreciate that support there. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Definitely let me know what your plan is for SDCC, what figures you want to go after. I would love to check out those comments, and I will talk to you all again real soon.